Welcome to another episode of Kitchen Revolution. So today I've come up with another healthy and interesting recipe. It is a fermented dosa batter recipe. You might wonder what is so unique in it. I've tried to find out a substitute for rice. So it is good for those who are trying to avoid rice from their diet, and it is also good for those who are suffering from PCOS, diabetes, etc. Fermented foods are rich in vitamin B12, and they're also good for a healthy gut bacteria. They're good for your digestive system. So without wasting much time, let's quickly get on to the video. So into a bowl add 1 cup of pearl millet, also known as bajra. Bajra is rich in magnesium and potassium. It is an excellent source of fiber that helps reduce cholesterol and prevent weight gain. Now, why weight gain? That is because of its high fiber content. It digests slowly, thus keeping you full for a longer period of time. Next, we are going to add yellow gram or yellow moong dal. Like any other lentils or pulses, this dal is a good source of protein and fiber. It is low in fat and is also free from flatulence and heaviness, which are associated with other pulses. Next, I'm going to add half cup of urad dal. For 1 cup of moong dal and pearl millet or bajra, we are going to add half cup of urad dal. Urad dal should be consumed as often as possible because it helps in regulating diabetes. It is also rich in calcium, iron, vitamin B and other bone building minerals which are essential for boosting bone health. Next, we'll add half teaspoon of methi seeds or fenugreek seeds. Methi seeds help in fermentation and also help in giving the dosa super crispiness. Next, wash and rinse a couple of times thoroughly. Now, if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell icon next to it for regular updates. Click on the all option so that you get updates as and when I post. Please do share your feedback in the comment section below, and also let me know if you want me to try out any other healthy recipes. Also, if you liked this video, please do share it among your friends and family so that together we can build a healthy community. So I've washed and rinsed a couple of times. After washing thoroughly, add some more water and let it sit for about 6 to 7 hours. Millets need to be soaked for at least 6 hours. So it's been almost 6 hours and our pulses have soaked really well. So you can see that they have really puffed up. Now take a mixer grinder jar and transfer these pulses into the jar, and by adding very little water, grind it into a smooth paste. So I've ground the batter here. Also, please do watch this video till the end because towards the end I'll be showing you a chutney recipe. That chutney is rich in vitamin C and iron. Altogether it will make a wholesome meal for you. Next, I'm going to add 3/4 teaspoon of salt. You can adjust the salt towards the end. Now, after adding salt, use your hands to stir the batter a couple of times. This is done because of the age-old tradition, or as per our grandmoms, the wild bacteria or the microbes in your hands get transferred to the batter, and it helps as a starter for the fermentation. I don't know how much it is true, but I've heard it from my grandmom. So once you finish mixing the batter, allow it to rest for at least 8 to 9 hours. That's the minimum time that is required for fermentation. So before that, I'll be placing a lid on top of this bowl. Please allow some air to pass. Do not cover with lid fully, as it will not allow the wild yeast in the air to enter the batter, which is beneficial for the batter to ferment. So next day morning, let's check whether the batter has fermented well or not. The batter has risen really well, especially in cold weather. It takes more time for the batter to ferment, so people advise to keep it in a warm place or in warm water so that it rises really well and faster. So it took me almost 9 to 10 hours. Now at this stage, before preparing the dosa, check the salt. If it is less, you can add it at this point of time. Also, after preparing the dosas, if you have some leftover batter, you can store it in the refrigerator for a couple of days. You can see that the batter is really bubbly and airy, which means it has fermented really well, and it is perfect for idlis. Fermented foods are rich in vitamin B12, so try to include it in your daily diet. So meanwhile, let's prepare the chutney. For that, I've taken a mixer grinder jar. Now into this jar, add 1 cup of freshly grated coconut. Now to this, I'm going to add some herbs. I've washed and cleaned all of them, so add 1 green chilli, 1-inch piece of ginger. Next, I'm going to add a handful of shallots. They not only add flavor to the chutney but also have antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties. Next, let's add 1 or 2 amla or Indian gooseberry. This is rich in vitamin C, which will make this chutney more healthier. Cut them into small pieces and add it into the mixer grinder jar. Next, I'm going to add moringa powder, which is extracted from the drumstick tree. These are sun-dried and powdered moringa leaves. I bought this from a local organic store. You can find it in supermarkets or online, and I've been using it for some time. It has a lot of health benefits which I've previously explained in a video where I'd made a recipe out of moringa leaves. Please do watch it. I'll give the link in the description box below. It is an equally nutritious recipe. Finally, let's add half teaspoon of salt. Now grind this into a smooth paste by adding water little at a time. So I've ground this into a smooth paste. Now transfer this into a bowl and let's prepare the tadka or tempering. Now place a tempering pan and add some oil. I have used here coconut oil. Once the oil is hot, add 1 teaspoon of mustard seeds, then 1 red chili, dried red chili split into 2 and few curry leaves. Once they finish crackling, switch off the gas stove and top it on to the chutney. So our iron and vitamin rich chutney is ready. Now let's prepare the dosas. So to cook dosa, place a dosa tawa on high flame, and once the tawa is hot enough, lower the flame and pour the batter. Swirl in circular motions to form thin and crisp dosa. Drizzle 1 teaspoon of ghee or clarified butter. Gently move around the sides to check if the dosa has cooked really well. You can see that the dosas are really thin and crisp and browned to perfection. Similarly, roll out remaining dosas. I've also tried idli with this batter, which I'll show you towards the end. I'll show you one dosa how crisp it is. You can hear the crackling noise. It is really thin and crisp and browned to perfection. It is a must-try recipe and highly nutritious. Enjoy it with the healthy coconut chutney that I have shared with you all. Meanwhile, I'll show you the idli that I had made with this batter. I tried just one idli just to show you all how soft and fluffy it is. It is really airy and spongy. You can see the layers. I hope you all liked this video. If you are new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Also share your feedback in the comment section below. Thank you for watching Kitchen Revelations.